Thanks for clicking on the video, but honestly, I need you to either pause it or click out and get on your Twitter feed right now and fight the Amazonian fires, okay? We're gonna do that by using the hashtag #PrayForTheAmazon. And if you don't, I'm just gonna assume you're a terrible person and don't care about the environment. If you don't use the hashtag #PrayForTheAmazon, the next time you post a picture on Instagram, I hope that you only get 4 likes in 2 hours. Okay, what's kicking good lookins? I'm Emma Love and welcome back to Impeccable Entertainment, okay? So today I'm going to be talking about one of my least favorite, okay, types of people on the internet, okay? I have a list of internet terrorists, and a while back, okay, earlier this month, I tackled the people who post motivational quotes, all right? Today we are going to be talking about social media environmentalists, all right? But these people, in my opinion, are definitely a step above the motivational quote posters, okay? But definitely a tier below the people who post their feelings on a black background on Snapchat, all right? Let's get into it. So unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard somehow by somebody, okay, who cares more than you, that the Amazon rainforest has been burning and is on fire, and we have to do something because it provides 20% of the Earth's oxygen, and it's the Earth's lungs, and you're terrible if you don't care. At least that was the sentiment, okay, amongst these social media activists, okay? Half my timeline was just save the Amazon and a bunch of other nonsense. So before we continue, let me just let you know the Amazon rainforest fires are basically fake news, okay? And I knew this. You know why? Because I actually pay attention to the environment. Anybody who knows anything about the environment knows that this is the dry season, okay, in the Amazon, okay? And a lot of the fires are actually started by farmers who are clearing land for farming, okay? And NASA came out and said, this happens every year, and actually there's reports that the fires going on are smaller than in previous years. But you know what? Internet hysteria takes on a life of its own, especially when it comes to environmental issues, okay? And that is my big problem, and that is the crux of this video. Now I want to introduce you guys to a phrase, a concept, an idea, okay, called charismatic megafauna, okay? So some of you who are into taxonomy know about this. The concept of charismatic megafauna is that of charismatic giant animals, okay, megafauna, okay? If you're over the age of 15 and don't know what charismatic means, look, you got more problems than, you know, falling for these environmental traps, all right? So they use those animals to raise awareness for, you know, endangered species as a whole. And it's great because it draws attention to it, but a lot of the times, like the little slugs, insects that are either discovered or endangered get forgotten. Because again, they're not in the charismatic megafauna class, okay? The same concept can be applied to the internet and this new environmentalist trend, okay? Everybody now is using metal straws or paper straws or, you know, reusable grocery bags and all this other stuff because pollution's a huge issue. Now, am I saying pollution? Now, am I downplaying that? Absolutely not, okay? If you know me personally, you know that I do have a love and care for the environment. But I don't sit there and broadcast it on the internet, okay? And neither should you. Because none of us care about the environment nearly as much as we like to portray we do, okay? And all the people who do are just virtue signaling, okay? Because they're all hypocrites. Every internet environmentalist you see is a hypocrite. What the heck? I'm in a new place if you haven't noticed, and I swear this place is haunted, but whatever, okay? Now listen, I say this because when you see these people post these things, or when you see these people post about pollution and the trash in the ocean and all this shit, they're just doing it to feel like they're a good, decent person. And there's nothing wrong with that because all people should be good, decent people. But what I get pissed off with is the virtue signaling. Because like I said, no one cares as much as they say they do. Because if we did care about the earth as much as we say we do, we'd be living very similarly to the way our ancestors did, okay? Living in biodiversity biodegradable homes, hunting animals using every bit of them, nose to tail, including the bones, all right, making our own clothes, etc., etc. But we're not doing that, okay? And it's just not feasible, all right? As posting about something isn't gonna change it. Like whenever a tragedy happens, whether in France or Congo or any other country, and people change their avis into the flag of that country or some different color to represent something, I mean, congrats, but the bombing didn't stop, the genocide didn't end, war is still raging, and guess what? You just turned your Twitter avi blue, okay? You know what I mean? It's so cringy, it's terribly disingenuous, and it's hypocritical, okay? And then you have these politicians who are scaring people into thinking the world is gonna end in 12 years, or celebrities and royalty, as if that's even a thing in this day and age, who, want to flaunt that they're so environmentally friendly and, leave such a small carbon footprint, but take like 11 private jet trips in 4 days, or take yacht trips down to the same summits where they're going to, virtue signal and bloviate about how good they are when it comes to saving the environment, okay? Everybody does it. Everybody's a hypocrite. In my opinion, who are truly environmentalists are the people who live completely off the grid, make most of their own stuff, okay? Knit their own clothes, use all the resources around them, don't litter ever, okay? Biodegradable everything, all right? Like, I'm just so sick of this trend, okay, of people pretending to care, okay? I was inspired to make this video because I was literally sitting in the car with a good friend of mine, and she knows I'm gonna talk about this in this video, and if she wants to out herself by, defending herself in the comments or saying something, then feel free to roast her. But here's the thing. I was sitting in the car with her, and she, like a millennial, interrupted our conversation to take a picture of her metal straw to let everyone on Snapchat know what a great person she was, okay? And she was kind of an asshole to the chick at Starbucks because when the drink came out with the straw, she made a big deal about not using the plastic one, yada, yada, yada. And I was just looking at her like, girl, we're literally sitting in your gas-guzzling Jeep that's using fossil fuels, putting those CO2 emissions into the earth, okay? We just drove across town to get groceries that we put in plastic bags, okay? And then we sat in a drive-thru, again emitting those CO2s, all right? To get frappuccinos that we're drinking out of plastic cups, okay? And you are tweeting this off of your metal and plastic phone that was mined, okay, and probably made with slave and child labor. But you want to sit there and you want to virtue signal and feel great about yourself. I just don't get it, okay? So that's my little short, kind of long rant about social media environmentalists, okay? They are some of the most annoying people on the internet. It's all just one big virtue signal. By the way, the paper straws that are coming out that everybody's jumping on board with, a lot of times are less biodegradable, less recyclable than the plastic ones, just so you know. And that's just one of like 10 items that I could touch that, everyone wants to feel good about using, all right? So rather than tweet out save the earth or fake pictures of Amazon rainforest on fire or any of these other virtue signaling acts that most of you social media environmentalists engage in, before you tweet that out, before you post about that, stop yourself, go outside and go pick up the trash around you, okay? You can do that. It's way more effective than the validation that you are seeking online, okay? And it'll actually make a difference. So yeah, that's it. That's my rant. I thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you next time on Impeccable Entertainment.